not a drill. Wayfair Spring Cyber Week is here. Right now, get up to 80% off everything home at Wayfair, plus amazing flash deals. Now is the time to score Cyber Week size deals on all your springtime essentials, like outdoor furniture, storage and organization, and patio picks. Plus, get fast and free shipping on everything right to your door. Shop Wayfair's Spring Cyber Week now through March 23rd and save up to 80% off everything home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Brains at Work, designing work for every brain. I'm Carla, your host for the podcast. I work with individuals and companies to change the way we work, one neuron at a time. Today, let's start from a game. You can close your eyes and visualize this scene. You are in a meeting room. It's a big day of workshops, and there are teams coming over from different parts of the company and of different offices. They are all coming together to discuss the strategy for year 2026. And there we go. You are sitting there and you have those colleagues that you absolutely hate, and they came over especially to meet you and your team. So what does your manager expect from you? He expects big smiles and shaking hands and going out for lunch and greeting each other as if we were the biggest friend ever. Deeply inside you, you know how wrong this is. But still, you have to be there. You have to perform. You have to smile. You have to look very kind, polite, open, joyful. And there you go. The whole day goes by. Maybe the workshop is even a couple of days long or 3 days long. You are locked in location for 2 or 3 days with this group of people that you absolutely don't want to hang out with, but you have to, and you do. And what happens after those 3 days? Come on, think about it. I will give you a second. Go ahead. Have you been thinking? What happens is that you absolutely hated the moment, and you have been so drained by the experience that the best thing you can do is book immediately a 2-day in a spa to recover from this experience, isn't it?
How many of you have been in this situation before? Many.
Now you can expand this scenario to many more. It doesn't have to be a workshop. It can be a convention. It can be a networking event. It can be whatever fits your own personal life. You understood the point. Being in a situation where you fundamentally feel that you don't belong and having to be there. Having to be there because there is no escape, because it's part of your work, because it's part of the routine that is expected from you as an employee or as a member of a social group.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is masking. You have just experienced what masking means.
And it can also happen at Christmas, right? For the Christmas lunch or Christmas dinner. Isn't this the same where auntie comes from somewhere and, assumes she is your best friend while in reality is not? That's exactly the same scenario. You have been masking. Masking means putting a layer over your persona to comply to the demand of someone else or of an environment you don't really 100% align with the requirements of that space. This is masking. And now, while we can all do that to some extent in our social life because it's needed, there is a subtlety though, because one more time, there are other brains for which this is not only normal, but is constant. It's not an adaptation that happens from time to time. It's a constant way of working, way of functioning that is fundamental to their survival in this world in general, not just on the workplace.
I'm talking, of course, about neurodivergent brains.
The moment you are born and raised as a child with some difficulties, and it doesn't matter really when the diagnosis of your neurodiversity comes in, at which age, the scenario doesn't change very much. What happens is that
You have been raised with the consciousness that you are different, and fundamentally you have to adapt to the rest of the world if you want to be part of it. It's not the opposite. You have to make the extra mile to be more well performing, on time, to be on schedule, to be making jokes like the others, to be fitting into the space that the others seems to fit in very well. The only one that is not attuned with that is you.
this individual who has been raising and developing his own personality with this background thinking that he could be better, that he should be better to fit into an environment, what do you think it may happen in that person, in that individual? Well, without much surprise, what happens is that they start to mask. They start to compensate for their lack of attunement in ways that are singular to them. So they develop coping strategies which can be very functional but also very dysfunctional and lead them to behave like well-performing individuals, even if they're not.
And you may say, then who cares?
Yes, you should care. You should care. If you are a manager, if you are in HR, if you are an educator, you should care very much so, because this doesn't come for free, huh? No, nothing comes for free. Not even masking is for free. What happens is that those individuals are secretly, interiorly burning down. That's what happens because they are accumulating so much charge, is constant mental load. They have to be thinking about how to behave, how to talk, how to communicate when I'm happy, but also when there is disagreement, how to deal with the emotions related to all of this in a way that is how do they think they should behave to be compliant to the environment. Now, this is consuming, is draining in the same way you're drained at Christmas or after a 3-day workshop with colleagues you don't like. It's the same level of exhaustion.
Now imagine this happening every single day of your life. Let's pause this for a second.
It's hard, isn't it? It is. It is extremely hard. So the activity of masking is a constant behavior in the life of a neurodivergent. Hence, we need more space for comprehension and understanding, a lot more space for individuals to do what they are in need of. So putting on your headphones and isolate for a certain time, having the freedom to work in a separate room if today you want to be by yourself because you need to think deeply and you cannot focus on behaving like a normal human while also being performative on your job. You may need to separate the two. So for now, I'm going to work from home because I need to be myself, to put 100% of my attention there in the task and not 50% because the other 50 is to look like normal human. That's not okay. Am I wrong? So I would really encourage every single one of you to think about their own experience, your own experience with this, with masking, because we all do that. Now, the real differentiator is to which extent, how much, and for what purpose.
What can change in the environment where I work to support my need for authenticity and focus on what really matters, which is my job and not the way I'm sitting or how many words I say at lunch.
I hope this resonates with you. Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Share those podcasts with anyone who can benefit from it. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.